Welcome to World of Rocky in the resort and the amusement park. The journey began under the gaze of a monster. The resort's entrance, a massive, leering clown with a wide, open maw, seemed to swallow Rocky's family of 8 as they stepped from their van. Above them, the Hyderabad sky had curdled into a heavy, bruised purple, pressing down with the weight of an approaching storm. Suddenly, a tide of people burst from the gates. Faces twisted in panic, fleeing something unseen in the deepening violet light. Rocky's eyes landing on a sentinel of the old world, an ancient banyan tree. Its massive roots seemed protective fists. Rocky commanded, "Stay here, don't move." Rocky stepped back out to investigate. The tree's massive silhouette seemed to be the last solid. But the world suddenly betrayed him. A low, vibrating hum, the heartbeat of the resort, shuddered and died. In an instant he reached for his phone. But the screen remained a cold, dead slab. "Dad, Mom," he called out, his voice sounding thin and alien in the new silence. He turned back toward where the tree should have been. But the darkness was a physical wall. The laughter, the crowds, and the solid ground of the resort had vanished, leaving Rocky adrift in a void where he could no longer hear the breathing of his family. "Dad, Mira," he shouted, his voice cracking. Each time he called out, the silence that followed. The resort had transformed from a playground into a vast. He felt the true weight of being completely alone, just as the silence felt final. A thin thread of a voice cut through the void. "Rocky, is that you, son?" It was his father, faint, breathless but unmistakable. "Dad, I'm right here, keep talking." Rocky shouted. He grasped at the space, his fingers closing tight, but they caught only the cold, empty Inky Ink. The voice vanished by leaving Rocky clutching at nothingness. By 4:30 am, Rocky was a shadow of himself, shirt torn, skin chilled to the bone, and his throat burning with a thirst that felt like swallowing sand. He stumbled toward a rusted outdoor faucet, his hands trembling as he cranked the handle and finally found the tap. To boost his thirst and hunger, he found a discarded backpack near the pool, and a half-full bottle of water. A small treasures in a broken world. He wasn't just a guest anymore. He was a scavenger, scavenging the remains of his old life. Every rustle of the wind made him snap his head around, hoping to see his father or Mira. But all he found were the silence of a paradise lost. He used his electrical knowledge, using a length of copper wire from a shattered lamp, a discarded high-voltage battery from a golf cart, and a jagged shard of a decorative mirror. Rocky finally felt a spark of power. He wasn't just a victim of the dark anymore. He was the one bringing the light, holding his makeshift invention high above his head. As he connected the final wire, a brilliant, searing white light erupted from the device. It wasn't just a flicker, it was a rhythmic, signaling that Rocky was still fighting, coming to save his family, and he wasn't going to disappear into the ink. The strobe light from invention found the resort gate. Rocky realized that the resort was no longer a sanctuary. It had become a tomb of memories. To find his father and Mira, he had to step out into the unknown world beyond the walls. With a deep, steadying breath, he stepped through the gates and out onto the open road. Rocky finally made it, reached the amusement park gate, heart filled with happiness and smile. He had roller coaster of days, which is unforgettable. But did the road lead to safety, or straight into danger zone? Was his father still alive, while they were really stuck inside the resort? Is the family safe? Was he a victim or a criminal? Refuge or pen? But in a world where the shadows have teeth, survival is just the first step. Don't miss the start of sequel 2. Will Rocky find his family? Or will he become another echo in the dark? Let's wait.